And that's the like the aspect that we need to tap into is that unity.
How grueling is the pre-draft process for an agent, especially now with the COVID restrictions?
Right now it's difficult because they come down to the training facilities in January.
Gotcha.
And due to COVID, it's a lot of, social distancing.
Gotcha.
Correct. And it's, some of these guys have underlying conditions, so you really have to be careful how you move and operate. So, and then it's really scary because, if you're investing, $20,000-$30,000 into a player and then they get COVID,
can't even try out,
and they can't run at the combine or they can't do the pro day. It's like right. you're walking on eggshells right now. So it's very nerve wracking right now.
Yeah, and I think it would just it would lighten up in some time, but as you said, for the next year, maybe year after that, it's definitely gonna be a lot of changes. But I believe. Yeah, perseverance, but as you said, as it's already been displayed, as you say, your first year just coming into, that's a big challenge, your first year.
Yeah.
Coming into that, and just to be able to, jump that hurdle and then see the next one ahead and, knowing that you actually can, have that lift. Yeah, what I'm saying? That's big.
I feel like if you can survive that, they can't tell you shit. They want shit clear up, bro. On some real shit.
But hey, we us, though. Yeah. That's what we've been doing for eons. You know what I'm saying? Even when we die, we come back. People don't believe it. Like Nas saying, I've been believing that before. He said we come back over and over and over. Mm-hmm. That's why we so fucking resilient. You know what I'm saying? And everything that we do. And so things like this and all we do, I believe, like you said, we come together. That's all. That's really what we need in anything. You know what I'm saying? Unity. It don't even much matter. It could be opening restaurants. Unity.
Because you ever thought shit just makes sense for no reason. You've never done it. You've never experienced it. But somehow you know what you're doing.
Yeah, of course. It's in the DNA.
Yeah, but so as far as your transition from working a 9-to-5 to actual entrepreneurship, what was the process for you?
Process was it was difficult because I worked as a teacher.
Gotcha.
And I worked at Delta Airlines. So
really?
I worked 2 9-to-5s. I worked 80 hours a week for 3 years.
Hey,
I know.
And so I would work
sir.
from 11 to 7 at the airport, and then I'll run to the school, take a shower in the office, and I teach from 8 to 4.
Right.
And then I would just go take a nap in between, from there. But that's how I stacked up the money to get, get into the business. And it's a testimony. But
it worked out.
It worked out.
I feel in order to make it, you have to sacrifice something. So you sacrificed a lot of leisure time because you knew what you had to do. You saw the bigger goal. So I commend you for that, man. For real.
Thank you.
It takes a lot to do that.
Yeah, especially 80 hours. A lot of people. I know about that lifestyle. How can you do it? It's possible.
Yeah, you have
Definitely
to really.
possible.
It's funny because I had quit teaching. I was doing another entrepreneur job, trying to. This was selling insurance.
Yeah.
Quit my teaching job like an idiot. I was like, I'm gonna quit. I did that job for 6 months. Ain't make a sale.
That's how those insurance sales.
So
go,
I said, you know what? I'm gonna get back into it. I was applying for both, and I worked at Delta during the summer just to keep the flying benefits.
Right.
But I got to the point where I needed some money, so I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go full time at Delta. They gave me an opportunity. They gave let's say it was May something. They called me in. Gave me a full-time position. I was like, okay, cool. The same day they gave me that full-time position, I got a call. A couple hours later, I got a full-time teaching job.
Gotcha.
I was like, dang. I made way more money teaching than I was at the airport. So I didn't want to let go of the flying benefits. I was like, you know what? Can I do it late night? And they was like, yeah, we can put you on a graveyard shift. I said, all right, I'm going to just do both.
There you go.
Right.
And I just rode the wave.
Hey, it take that though, man. I'm in that process now, just grinding. You don't do nothing. You just really just be focused on saying, this is what I want. I know I need to be ahead in certain finances and certain aspects. So it makes sense, man. You just got to really process and put things in perspective.
And I think a lot of people take for granted having a partner.
Yes.
That's why you need a partner.
Yes, sir.
You know, because, you know, of course you in love and all that feels good, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's a business decision. That's why you sign a marriage contract,
right?
You know, so you want to make sure that the person you're getting into business with and you get married to is a solid part, is an asset and not a solid partner, right? Yes, and when you have a partner, it makes your life easy. You know, you don't have to work 16 hours because you got somebody that's equally yoked and taking care of their job, and you doing your job, and now y'all coming together, and it's so much easier.
Yeah, and that's the purpose of life, you know, because I've always seen, you know, that grind, you know, you have to do it, but it's nothing that needs to be infinite. As you said, you're giving 16 hours a day, that's going to have to stop.
Yeah,
you're going to have to pack something into 8. Said if you have to do 16, that's a sacrifice.
Short period of time.
I tell people, you know, you grind, get the goal, but you're not here to work yourself to death.
Yeah,
and that's what a partner, you know what I'm saying, does, you know, or better, you know, financial situations, you know.
Exactly. I was that was me. I was doing that from 27 to 30. So that was my pre 30 moves.
Right.
I told you, after 30, you got to move correctly. Yeah. You know, you can't do those things when you're at 30, you know? Yeah. So I'm done with that.
I did it at 30, you know what I'm saying? I'm 5 years in now, but at 30, I did the whole 80 hours thing, and I was like, I'm tired of this shit. You know
man. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
See, the actual my niche was I wasn't going to do another full-time job. I was going to do a gig job. That way I could have the time and the flexibility. If I didn't want to do something, I could sit my ass at home and go to sleep. Because one thing about me, I work a lot, but if I'm tired, I'm going to bed. It's just what it is. I'm not one of the people, man, I can't, shit.
Your body gonna make you go. Ain't no resisting that. The machine gonna lay you down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man, that's amazing, man. Just kind of seeing you knew what you wanted to do, and you kind of just put that plan together. I think more people need to hear that growing up, because have you gone to schools and talked to them? Well, it's kind of hard because of COVID, but you know, the whole career days and shit like that.
Well, actually, my first year when I was doing it, I was still teaching. So, but I didn't let them know I was doing it. I try to give back as far as, like, you know, through social media, you know, educating the next wave of agents. And because a lot of times, you know, my passion right now is just preventing the next group from stepping in the traps that I feel like, you know, they put out there for us. Because, you know, the reason why they don't educate you is because they want you ignorant. So that if you know, they try to weed you out, and if you rise above that and you enter into the space, then they want you ignorant so that you can do certain things that'll
detrimental to you.
Crush you financially. So they don't educate you. But if you can make it out of that second year, you realize, okay, I'm good now. You know, but the sad part is most people don't
make it out.
You know, I had a family call me last night. They're looking for agents, and they're only looking for somebody to pay for their training. You know, they're not trying to find out who's the best agent. They're trying to find out who's the sucker, because he doesn't have a chance of getting drafted. And if I was new, I would have, you know, probably been eager to sign. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Let's do it. You know, just thirsty. But now that I'm a little, you know, seasoned, I let them know, hey, this is not this, you know. We're not paying for any training, you know, because he doesn't have a draft grade. You know, he's not getting drafted, and it doesn't make sense financially. But somebody is going to pay for that, you know, and it's unfortunately, you know, knowing that somebody gonna end up taking an L for 15, 20 bands.
Exactly, being a sucker, just jumping at something.
So with the draft training, how much would that usually run? I know every program is different, but how much on average?
On average, you probably spend minimum 10 bands.
Okay.
If you got 10,000, if you got a premier player, you're probably gonna spend, just for training, about 25,000.
Because the one in one in Arizona that a lot of guys go to, is it?
They got them a lot in Florida, Texas, Exos, Michael Johnson, Bomaritos, different places like that. And then you got to pay their monthly expenses, the per diems, rental cars. You know,
right? A lot of money into it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sacrifice before y'all get
crazy.
paid.
But then if you think about it, if you got a first round player, and you put up 100,000, and then you make back 400, 500,000.
Of course,
it's not bad.
Right.
No. It's not
Definitely
bad.
not.
And then especially if you keep them to their second contract when they're getting 15 million. And you getting, they get. They getting 500 million,
right?
And then you getting 15 million out of that,
right?
So it's not bad. It's just, do you have 100,000 to put up?
Yeah, front. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have? It's like Bitcoin. Everybody says it's like, but did you have?
Do you have the money up front?
Yeah, to get it. So it's interesting.
So a lot of people just think they just show up to these training camps. I always thought I know these camps are expensive, man.
Yeah, somebody getting paid.
Somebody.
That's a lot of equipment and time.
Nice.
Just looking at the facility,
the specialists and all that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I really think the reason why they don't teach us about credit and finance in school, because why would I teach you how to get out of a system that is designed to trap you and keep you in debt?
Most definitely.
So why
education is the stuff we need to know. We're supposed to be taught at home.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, we don't know what we don't know, and we're just passing misinformation down.
Mm-hmm.
And all the real information is locked away.
It's locked away.
Yeah. You don't know until you bump your head.
Because I looked at the knowledge part, the information part. Yeah, that's flawed. But as far as asking questions, showing up on time, performing well, actually understanding, interacting with people, I think that's very important to take from school, because that transitions in business life. If you don't know something, like if I didn't know about an agency test, I would ask you, because so I'll get information from you. But it's supposed to be saying, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, so I'm not gonna do it. Now you cancel yourself from opportunity.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just 2020, 2021 now, so gotta get to it. So do you have any more new clients coming?
Well, this year, I told you, last year we took on 7.
Really?
Then we had 7. We had 7.
Completion.
Okay. 7 clients. And then we got 2 of them into the lead because of the pro day. Mm-hmm. All of these guys were under the radar because of it was our first year, so we had to get under the radar guys. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing is, when the pro day happened, when the pro days got canceled in March due to COVID, we had the bright idea. We said, hey, let's have a virtual pro day. Mm-hmm. So we had a cameraman come up to the training facility to record our guys doing what they would do on a regular pro day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told the guys, I said, listen, let's do this and let's see if it works. 5 of them didn't do it. 2 did. Mm-hmm. The 2 that did,
of course,
got in the lead.
Got to call up.
Got in the lead.
You have to be open.
You got to be a pioneer. You got to listen.
Yes,
what I'm saying? You got to ride the wave. Now you go and look. All of the training facilities now have cameramans ready as a contingency plan this year because of COVID, just in case.
Which
but
very
last
well
year,
it's going to happen.
Last year, because they had that footage, that's how they got into the lead, because they were unranked. So when I sent that footage out to these colleges, to the teams, they were able to see them. I was like, okay, this guy is legit, over other guys who went to different schools who didn't have pro days, who didn't have film. So that helped them get an opportunity.
Took the initiative.
Right. And I say that to say, this year we didn't want to go after guys that were under the radar. We wanted to go after guys that were first, second, third round guys. Right. So that way we can grow as a company.
Right.
But what I noticed, us as a people, when you can brand yourself the wrong way, as far as they started to see, okay, well they get the under the radar guys, and so they starting to think that that's all we represent.
Right. Of
and
course.
then so now they're starting to handle us like they're doing us a favor. So if we talk to a second round, third round guy, they think, oh yeah, you used to,
you really can't handle me.
Right. It's just like that.
I
and
get
so
exactly what you're saying,
and me
man.
in this kind of little ego thing, I was like, okay, well,
fuck y'all.
Not even that. It just made me want to rebrand. It's just like, okay, well.
Like
okay,
you said, rebrand.
Okay,
I see what
because
this is.
we're not just signing anybody now.
Right,
we're signing guys that have a legitimate chance, and we want to be handled properly because agents and the clients, you want to be a mutual relationship. You don't want them to feel like, okay, I'm doing you a favor.
No.
So we just didn't take anybody this year, and I said we was gonna reset because, to be honest, I'm not sure if we're gonna have an NFL combine.